coming to y'all with yet another live YouTube. Um, when I look inside of the mirror, based off the eyes that I'm given and the perception that I've acquired over the years through training and through the simulation or through the real life that I live, uh, I look back and I see a great man. I see a man that has gone through many challenges and has seen himself as a man, has questioned his sexuality, has seen himself as a woman, has questioned his sexuality. Um, Even down to when you in your dad's sperm, like you're part of your dad's ball sack, or whoever the God's ball sack or the Creator's ball sack, whatever the spirit. When you tangled up with a bunch of spirits and y'all come together and y'all agree on a thing, there's breakthrough that happens, and I'm not telling nobody to be stupid and join my campaign without seeing what I stand for first and what my limitations and what my strengths are. I want you to know my strengths and weaknesses before you ever decide to make a move to agree to be on my team or to go against me. But I just ask that you keep it real with me. That's all I ever ask. If you're not fucking with me, just say, hey, I'm not fucking with you, or hey, I don't have time to fuck with you right now. Or simply don't pick up the phone. And that's what it is, and I understand. People busy, people got their own lives. Um, I did a lot of fuckboy shit in my imagination. I sold a lot of drugs in my imagination. I did a lot of sex with multiple people, trying to keep everybody involved and trying to be a fuckboy or trying to be some type of player without trying to emulate what I was seeing around me and trying to be like the people that I looked up to, wanting to hang out with the ballers, the football players, and the basketball players that did good, not realizing that everything's visual and everything that I was putting out was the real thing, was the source. But everything around me was visual of what it could be, the potential. So I'm not saying that nobody's not doing that right now or balling on a higher level than me or infinite higher level than me. I'm just saying that at one point it was something that people wanted to, our spirits and energies wanted to bring about and make a reality. So who do they go to? They go to the source. They go to the one that can uh impact the matrix. I'm not saying I'm the only one that can impact the matrix. You could impact the matrix. You could impact your programming, our system, our sector, our part of the earth, our part of the universe, a part of the matrix. If you want to, whatever you believe, whatever you call it, metaverse, etc. Whatever program or own group of systems you want to influence, you can influence. And I know that I was experiencing college hopping. I experienced what in this schizophrenic, hallucinogenic, psychoactive state. I experienced what it was like to be a boxer. I experienced what it was like to be a football player, a basketball player, a soccer player, a baseball player. And this isn't in just seeing this space scan. This is seeing different face scans when you look out of these eyes, out of the brain that I'm given, and the chip or whatever higher technology, electrical art, electronic arts, electrical uh, graphing that I was given to perform at the level I want to perform at. And it's just so funny how you can perform at a high level and the people around you or the energies around you know that you perform at a high level. and yet you still get tested by these energies. Like, you can't fuck them up if you wanted to. Like, all I wanted was peace. And then people come into my energy and they say, "Oh, you bothering us," or "Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that." When I was not bothering people, and it's just crazy. But it goes to show how I wasn't always. It's karma because, or it's some type of expectancy of purpose to impact the community, and I know that I'm needed. I know that I need people in my life because I don't know where food's at. I don't know where joy's at sometimes. Joy's supposed to be found on the inside, but sometimes you need an encouraging word. And you don't need necessarily food. You need an encouraging word to get up and go get the food, or get up and go get a job, or get up and go see your children. But I done had, like, even down to, how do I say this? Even down to the situation where I feel like I have children out there in the world. This is one of the toughest things that I deal with. Physical and domestic abuse on both sides of a relationship. Me being abusive and a abuser, and me being abused and hit at and stuff of that nature. And to say that I might have children out there is an understatement because I may not, like this AI stuff. I didn't realize, I didn't know what AI was. I'm just living my life. People might have been computer geniuses and stuff and putting face scans behind my head, whatever VR headset or computer headset or whatever my electrical arts technology or whatever I'm tapped into and I'm putting my all into, and it says one person holding up a sign that says to be balling you got to be all in. So I'm all in. Like a dude told me, I told him, or like a dude told me, and I asked him, "What you did to get to where you at?" And he said, "I applied myself." Even if he faking the front, and even if he ain't where he want to be at, he stating the claim. He putting it all into the universe, and he's getting what he's going after. He's gonna find out what he and get what he wants out of the universe based off of that statement. This is all I know. I know how to steal. I may or may not get caught. I know how to kill. I may or may not do time. I know how to rob people, which is stealing. I know how to I know how to work hard. I know how to lie. I may or may not be caught in a lie. I know how to work. I know how to lie. I know how to play basketball. I know how to play football. I know how to play soccer. I know how to play baseball. I know how to play basketball or and whatever. And I know how to talk. I know how to talk to people. I could tell jokes all day, but I see the older I get, the deeper I know that if I say something, people are gonna want to break out and fight me instead of being like, "Oh, he really cooked me right there." I could easily be like, "Yeah, I'll just say this right here," or "Yeah, let me cook you right here." But it's no profit in it, not for me at least. I know where I'm at. I'm not in a position to crack jokes, and even if I was in a position to crack jokes, I know what it feels like to be bullied. So I don't want to crack jokes. I know. I've been reading the room for a long time, and I choose to stay silent. And people perceive that I have some type of autism or schizophrenia, but I know about the horror of evolution and the horror of sororities and societies and how I wasn't a part of them. I tried to be a part of them. I got beat up, slapped, kicked, bruised, And now I sit back and I'm like, bruh, what's next? Is this what it's gonna be? I went from being in shape in those atmospheres and those times to now I'm just this overweight 26-year-old. But if you look back at time and you look at the grand scheme of things, but you exclude the lies they telling you visually, even down to this live, me tapping the screen to start talking and say, hey, I'm on YouTube live. I don't know what the fuck I just tapped. I don't know if I just bought into a market or sold a market, or I tapped into a higher frequency and asked for a request based off of me using the phone how I used to use it and being able to talk and communicate with people how I used to do it. I felt like that was the easiest way of communication and to get things done. Now I realize I have to talk to people. I have to develop fair or more than fair strategies to communicate a product or to communicate myself to people. Me being an opportunity. Like I was saying, or however, like I'm saying, when you look back at time, people say, "Oh, I'm 26, or I'm 27, or I'm 24." They're talking about astronomical numbers, but they being cute about it. They just not telling you because you're not getting serious with them about it. Once you start getting serious, saying, "Oh, I'm 24, proton to the neutron X," what? They got some real smart motherfuckers that they code shit and that do shit on their level. So if you're gonna play with them on their level and what they created, they're gonna get you better than you know how to get them on your level or what you do. So it's just about being genuine and being on common ground, not trying to fuck nobody over, not trying to do nobody dirty, because a motherfucker will show you one day who you is and who you isn't in this world and in this space. And it's gonna come that day. You might be bad at basketball or football, but they got a motherfucker that's cold, just like you. They got a motherfucker that's hot, just like you. That's a hot boy, just like you when it comes to this rapping shit. They got a motherfuckers that's cold when it's come to putting in work and really getting them loads going, really getting them packs going, really knowing what to do, how to run a business. They got some people that's way more disciplined than you that you envy because you want to be at that level and they inspire you. But you mad at yourself and you mad at them when really you need to get to that level. And that's me all day. I see motherfuckers put in work on YouTube, put in work on on different gaming platforms and TikTok and Twitch and stuff like that. I'm wondering, dang, I got 630 videos up. I could give a fuck less if I'm popping, but it's like, damn, I'm not popping. I'm reaching the people I'm supposed to reach, but they got people. That comparison is a thief of joy thing is real because I saw someone showing me someone with 430 videos with 48,000 followers or subscribers. So it's just like, damn, I'm not putting in work. Or damn, I'm not strategizing. I'm just uploading and I'm speaking my mind. This is just open thought. This is just keeping it real. This is like me confessing my sins. And if I had to be in front of a judge, yes, I did do certain things in my past. You can see through these eyes. Everything you saw through these eyes, I could tell you the motives behind every single thing, whether it was done out of fear, whether it was done out of jealousy, hate, envy, contention. Like I could tell you every single reason why I did everything I did based off of every emotion. When I was playing basketball, it was to get my mom and dad out the hood. And to get enough money to sell drugs. When I was playing football, get my mom and dad out the hood, my family out the hood, and to get money to sell drugs, to feed my family. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm the smartest person in the room. Like, I done got past that level of being the smartest person in the room, and I done retreated back to not knowing the slangs and the mud language and the mud talk. I may know English, but do I know mud talk? Do I know Hebrew? Do I know Sanskrit? Do I know Sufi or soft? All these different languages. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I know Sanskrit and Sufi and Hindu and all these other languages. All the 3,000 or 8,000 languages, the infinite languages, the language of the land, the language of the universe, the language of the trees, the language of the birds, the squirrels, the the grass, and all the other things.